God damn it, my fucking cat. I want to bother her, man. Is there that bad echo?
No, not really.
All right, if the echo gets bad, I'll switch back to my other set. But I just don't want to disturb my cat, man. She just looks so goddamn comfortable right now.
No problem. Give me a second. See if there's anybody out there. Talk
No,
about
no, no.
anything
Do
you
your thing,
want.
man. We're doing games. I'm not talking no politics because I'm
No,
becoming.
no. Oh, oh, yeah, oh, I agree. I agree with that.
No, no,
I
you're
meant
good.
talk about something. I'm going to go make me coffee.
No, man, you're good, dude. Take your time, man. You're good.
I was
All right, hold up. Fuck this. Give me a second.
okay.
We're gonna do. I have all my shit hooked up through my TV, so I have to do that. So we're just gonna do show only on one. Are you there? Oh shit. You there? God damn it.
Okay,
All right,
I'm
word.
back.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear
Word.
me?
All right. Yeah, yeah. Gotcha.
Very well. I
We're all good.
oh, oh, I'm getting some echo. Do you
All
do?
right. It's not me because I turned my shit off.
No, I think it was me. Right now, it's not there, right?
Right now, the only thing I hear was a cat is tearing up my couch further.
Yeah, Paulo, I hear my echo too, but is it still there? Okay, very well. Thank good Hulu or however the fuck it's pronounced. The echo is gone. So let's have some coffee and talk some RPGs, shall we? So I was reading Roll Master. Hey, dude.
No, I'm here.
Okay. I was reading Roll Master. Dude, do they set to make the more complicated system ever?
I don't know what honestly. To me, the most complicated systems ever have always been the most simple, just because it depends on a lot of role play. Where most of the people I've role played with, they just want to be roll dice and play stupid.
Oh no, you haven't read Roll Master.
No, I haven't. I mean, I've that sounds very familiar. Even like I haven't played in a while, a good
It's
minute.
yeah. You have to keep changing the dice you're going to roll for the same shit according to some bullshit rule. So you start rolling d4s and then you get to d6 and then d8 and then d10.
But doesn't that sound antithetical towards even when you talk about video role playing games now, a lot of thing is okay, not talking about the political aspect of it, but it's trying to make everything more inclusive, make it easier. Like I've got D&D. I'm not gonna lie. Somebody sent me a PDF of the D&D fifth edition rules.
Yes.
I looked over, but it seemed like it's even almost it almost is mirrors video games where you're not able to make the character you want to make anymore. And the example of that, I mean, I'm trying to stay within, the subject matter, but the Fallout, I love the Fallout series.
Yeah,
But like Fallout 3 in New Vegas, you could make the character you wanted to. Like every playthrough that I did, I made a different kind of character, putting my skills in different areas. Like normally I start off, a good guy, brawler, I mean, thief,
that's because they want to.
charge you more money.
Yes, but no, no. That's because they want to make you to make the game have some sort of balance. You know, so the barbarian is balanced with the bard and that shit, and it shouldn't be like that because different characters and different classes should have different weight in different situations.
Hold on, man. Give me a second. I'm gonna bring.
Yeah,
I'm a
no
big
problem.
Rifts player. I'm a big Rifts. I like the Palladium games. Now, granted, we had to totally, rewrite the system to make it play.
You like the background.
Well, no, I mean I like the system. It just needed changing. The Palladium system is really weird because I mean I said this on the last stream we did, but then we did our whole history thing and went totally off fucking reservation.
Yeah.
But okay, with Rifts, the first time we did a major battle in Rifts, and these are with extreme, experienced role players, maybe not, playing characters, but knowing the rules and just having good battles. And that's the thing is, a lot of what we did was the technical side of it.
Yeah.
You know, when you're dealing with, I usually ran on Rifts games, or it was either Ninja Turtles, Robotech, the Palladium games. That's the thing I liked about the Palladium system is you could literally have a fucking Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle flying a fucking Robotech Veritech, and it
Yes.
would make sense.
Yes,
But
because of the setting.
yeah, and the thing is, the thing about the Rift setting, and that's what I liked about it, it was for people who maybe weren't, we still did the role playing and all that, but like when you do something like Vampire or Cthulhu, it's more dependent on how you play your character. Where
Yes.
Rifts honestly is more about dice rolls and shit.
It's more about having fun.
Exactly, and that's that was the thing. So when we get our first battle doing, and this was when we were playing Robotech before I discovered Rifts. Our first major battle was seriously, dude. It was like 2 game sessions, probably about 6 hours. It was
It-
just like it was playing the Palladium system how they said it was supposed to be. And then we got done with the battle. We're like, all right, dude, no, we can't do this, man. We got it. And we started, I started tweaking the rules with influence from our players because that it's all about us all having fun. And then
yes.
2 weeks later, man, I ran this really weird kind of Shadow over Innsmouth Cthulhu Lovecraft campaign, and dude, it was awesome. But hold on, I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna read you something real quick because I was. Give me 1 second.
Yes, yes, no problem. Fuck, there's the echo again. How is it about echo? Echo testing, echo? No? No echo? Very well.
All right, yeah, I've got my Rifts book. No offense, I'm all about or no. I'm not trying to be gross, but I'm just gonna go ahead and stand by it. Like I have like role playing books stacked up by my toilet, so when I gotta like pray to, take the Browns to the Super Bowl, I have something to read. And
Yeah.
I was I've been doing I want to do a Rifts campaign. Rifts is a lot of fucking fun, man. You just kind of it's for me with Rifts or the Palladium systems, it's very antithetical to a lot of the games I like.
Is it possible to play Rifts in Roll20?
See that I don't know. See, I was out. There was a time. Basically, I had a roommate that stole all my books.
Roll20. Let me see what rules do they have because I don't remember what rules did they have.
Well, Palladiums. That's the thing is with Palladiums, we did. We did robots like we ran with Palladium Games before Rifts. We always ran separate campaigns. Like we did a Robotech campaign. Palladium also has Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, so we did a TMNT campaign. And then one day I'm like at this place called the Great Escape, which was like a comic book, cornucopia of just like used CDs, used music, role playing games, comic books. Went there and I discovered this game called Rifts that had this really provocative cover of like this really reptilian guy with these hot women with guns, and I'm like, dude. And it was Palladium, and playing Palladium games, like, oh, dude, I'm
Well, if you want, you can sign up in Roll20 and you be the GM. I can't be a GM in English. I don't have the. I'm not fluent enough to be the
But I mean,
GM.
honestly, that's what's funny what you say because you would have been great in our games. Again, we're not big in role. We role played, but for us, I was really no offense, man. It's crazy. You know, Me and my group, we were a bunch of public school kids. But one my best friend I was growing up with, like I think you've seen me talk about the Donnies. There's, every now and then I might mention Black Donnie, and then my other best friend, regular Donnie, and just
Yeah,
yeah, it's kind of hard to tell them apart. But like regular Donnie, one of his oldest friends, Brian, we called him Beige, and he was literally pretty much like Carlton from the Fresh Prince of Bel Air. He was whiter than I was. Um, he brought a bunch of guys from his private Christian school. What they did, Lord of the Rings.
yeah.
Like there would be times, man. There would on our games, there would be like 40 people. It was insane, but it was controlled chaos because it was real weird, man. That's the thing about role playing. Even I went out to when we did Games X, which was I think I mentioned this to you one time where it was the place on Friday nights we go see. We were all just wanted a game. I,
Yeah.
that's what kills me about all this. We didn't care about anything. I mean, Beige Brian is his name. The Carl. I'm gonna call
We
him
still don't care about anything other than to play.
exactly. And then you get these fucks that come in. It's like, oh, well, you're not all that inclusive.
And whatever. Yeah, no, 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 no. No, in my book, it's going to say, uh, it's going to have a here in Green Warrior Games. It's the name of my future company. Here in Green Warrior Games, we don't care if you get offended by anything in our games.
That's how it should be because if you don't like something, you change it. And I know I
Exactly.
mentioned that to you earlier. Like the beautiful. That's the thing about Palladium games that kind of put that nugget in my head when I didn't like the system. Well, fuck it,
And
I'm gonna change it.
do you remember last week you were telling me that something about 4D6 that you were talking with a friend of yours?
The 40s. I mean, the only thing the only thing I remember like 46 when we did 46, it was generating characters in D&D, the original
Yeah,
80.
no, 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 no. You were talking to a friend of yours. I think it was you about me making a game, and it was going to be played with only 4D6.
See, I didn't know that wasn't me.
No?
No,
Okay.
it wasn't.
Well,
But no, but
okay.
dude,
No
you're
problem.
no,
Someone
I was talking about
someone told me that last
no.
week.
Let me
I,
tell you this though. You'll appreciate this, man. No, you will. My uncle, who's the one who turned me on to, his hot ass girlfriend was the one who turned me on to AD&D.
I
I'm not kidding, dude. This girl was goddamn hot, dude.
Yeah, I
I'm
know.
like, she did the whole. She didn't do it. She was like a preppy goth. You got the goth girls, but then you
Yeah.
have like the really cute like suburbanite girls that wear all black, but still kind of do the goth thing and look amazing doing it. And that was this gal. I still want to call her Portia, but I don't know. That was. goddamn. But I mean, she did it good. But I was telling my uncle about your system, and he thought it was awesome. I mean, it's simplicity. That's the thing about like you find the game that fits the people that you're running it with. When you got a bunch, I mean, we were a bunch of math nerds, even though I fucking hate math. But most of the people we ran the games for were very technical or high minded to an extent. They were still a lot of them were fucking preppy retards. God love them, man, I do, but they were preppy retards. Like you're always gonna have your in group, man. There is always going to be your in group, and we had
Yeah.
this, our set part, and actually our set part were the ones that did riffs. It was about 10 of us because most of the people that came in our group were doing the Lord of the Rings, which at the time I wasn't a big Lord of the Rings fan, so
I, I don't know, man. I just
well, I mean, my thing about this whole thing is it's always been inclusive. It always
well,
has.
it can't be any other way because, like we said many times before, if there's some rule you don't like, you change it. If there's some rule you feel it needs to be there, you make it. If there's a character that you want, you create it. And come on, man. First transgender character in D&D was in the 70s. Official lore, okay?
But there was probably more before that,
There
and the
was,
people in that game
yes,
didn't
the
care.
people playing it, but I mean, official lore. First transgender character in the official lore was in the 70s.
But that's the
And
whole thing.
nobody cared.
But that's my thing is common sense. That probably happened before. And that group, you know what? You know what they cared about? Two things: Jack and shit. And Jack left town. Yes, I totally stole that from
Yeah.
fucking Army of Darkness. But I mean, I stand by that. That's what I hate about whether it be video games, RPGs, or tabletop games like BattleTech. Like I was really wanting to buy the BattleTech game on Steam, but then
Yeah.
they were like, I watched Razor Fist video on it. He's like, they showed the preferred pronoun. It's not that I have anything against the game. I'm not taking anything against it, but I'm tired of politics being injected into anything I love. Like I love football, dude. American football, that's my shit. Love my Philadelphia Eagles won the Super Bowl last year. But you want to hear something funny? My first thought was, okay, everybody hates the NFL. This is going to be the year my Eagles win the Super Bowl. It was their first Super Bowl win. They won it. And I was right. And after they won, every player comes up. It's like we want to, the coach Nick Foles, who was the replacement quarterback that won the Super Bowl for us, and then Zach Ertz, who made a key play. They come up there and like, and I'm an atheist, dude. I don't care, but at the same time, I don't. If as long as your religion doesn't, as long as your belief in your religion doesn't entail you getting in and killing people, I'm cool with it, dude. No joke. But they get up there and they're like, oh, we thank God. But at the same time, everybody's like, fuck the NFL, man. These people, it's ridiculous, dude. God, man, it pisses me off. We have to let shit go sometimes. People aren't going to agree. We just have to game, have fun. It's release at the end of the day, whether it be gaming, movies, sports.
Yeah. Yeah, it's about entertainment. It's about escapism.
Yeah, and I
Nothing,
mean,
nothing more.
people such as yourself who want to help spread something great, that's cool. People are going to do that. And then you got people that are going to try to make money off it, like Wizards of the Coast.
Well, I want to make both.
And that's cool. And I'm like, no, I didn't hold that against you. But I mean, I want you to make money
I
because
think
at the end,
I think there's a way to make both. You know, And I think that you will end up making more money and having loyal customers if you don't are if you're not trying to scam them or rip them off or sell your product overpriced.
I mean, that's if you have a good product, they'll buy it. Like with me, I didn't realize the Cthulhu Sixth Edition was done through Kickstarter. So the only way you could get the books was if you funded the Kickstarter, and I totally whiffed that shit, missed it totally. But then when I saw it's like, the only way you can get these books are by, PDF, even though they did release them later, which fuck those assholes. But at the time when I bought the but at the time when they sent out, you know, the sixth edition Cthulhu books, which I like Cthulhu. It's one of the few like Vampire I liked playing, but I wasn't really good at. I liked playing it with good GMs. Now, Cthulhu was the one game that's kind of like Vampire. It has a very open system. There's a lot of interpretation. It does go to a lot of role playing, but it was a lot of fun. But I mean, I also changed the Cthulhu rules too. I did Delta Green, which is basically like Cthulhu meets the X Files.
That sounds like fun.
Oh, dude, it's awesome. Because I mean, the thing about Cthulhu is, you see one of these entities, and you would lose sanity, and it just seemed like, these some of these greater entities you would see, like your character, like when you see Cthulhu in Call of Cthulhu, you see Cthulhu. One d10 of your investigators are going to die instantly. They're going to get scooped up in his like face tentacles and crushed to death. I understand where the game is coming from, but part of role playing is overcoming insurmountable odds. So I changed when I played Cthulhu, I totally changed the. Now certain characters they would want to keep with the traditional sanity rules. Are
Yeah,
you familiar with Cthulhu and the whole
not
you
really.
know? Well, basically, what Cthulhu is, the whole thought is you see some extra cosmic entity, and it's going to drive you crazy.
Yes.
So there's okay, if you make your sanity roll, you're going to lose a little sanity. And there's some deities, like, especially when you see Cthulhu, it doesn't matter. You make your sanity roll, you're probably going to go insane and fucking die. How do you feel about that?
Yeah.
As opposed to what I did was you made your sanity roll, you didn't lose any sanity. And there's basically with when you see Cthulhu in Cthulhu books, there's two sanity ratings. There's if you make your sanity check, you lose X amount of sanity points. If you miss the sanity check, you miss X amount of sanity points. It's probably going to make you piss and shit yourself. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what I did was I kind of took that out because I'm not joking, man. I know a lot of people would probably be bullshitting, but if I saw something extraterrestrial, I'm like, cool. I'm not alone in the universe. I'm not kidding. If it wanted to fucking take my brain out of my head, that's cool. Just to know that this toilet Earth isn't the end all be all of anything. I'm good with that, man.
Well, fucking echo. Now,
Damn,
now.
dude, you cuss more than I do. Dude,
Oh, I cuss a lot.
my favorite word is fuck.
Like that? No, still there. Like that.
Talk to me.
Hello, echo. Okay, there's no echo now.
I haven't heard an echo since I've been talking to you.
I hear me. I hear some echo, and it's me.
Dude, last week you got a downvote on this shit, this downstream, and I'm not kidding, man. I felt awful. Like I
I
get a down to me, I get a downvote. I'm like, motherfucker, I'm doing shit right. What's up?
I downvoted what?
The last video last week, what we did, you got a downvote
I got a downvote.
for our stream, yeah. And I
Who
felt
the
awful.
fuck cares, man?
But no, I do because
I
you.
don't.
I don't give a fuck, man. You invite me on your stream and you get a
No,
downvote.
I
I
don't
feel
give a
bad about
fuck.
that
Look,
motherfucker.
here's the
What
thing,
you talking
okay?
about? No, no, no,
Here's the
motherfucker.
thing. If someone wants to hear what I have to say, fine. If they don't like it, it's fine too. If they love it, great. If they want to downvote, if they want to unsubscribe, I'm not telling them to go away, but if they want to, it's fine too, man.
Brother, I
Look,
love my
thi-
people.
thi-
You
this
gave me a
this
platform.
for me, is a work of love. I'm not making any money out of this, okay? And I don't know if I ever will be able to even think of making any money out of this. So what I am doing is to have fun, to share my shit with other people.
I'm not trying to make. I mean, my thing is, look, whoever downvoted it, that's cool, man. That's your prerogative. But I felt bad because I've seen all your videos and I saw you downvote.
Yeah.
Granted, I got downvote when I was making when I basically read LeBron James quotes as a retarded person. Which I'm sorry, man. No, he deserved that. I mean, okay, you're gonna call Trump voters uneducated, and doing it, you sound uneducated.
Yeah, I saw that video, man.
I
I
was
saw your
I
video.
was very proud of that
I,
one.
I,
It was
I did see your video and it was great. What can I tell you? But look, man, I really don't care. It's the same when someone tells me in Twitter that they don't like it when I start talking in Spanish. Well, fuck you, because I'm going to talk in Spanish when I need to talk in Spanish, and I'm going to talk in English when I need to talk or I want to talk in English. And
no,
I'm going to talk about Mexican politics if I feel like doing it.
dude. Honestly, man. I mean, I know. Like, I saw your tweets last night. You're like busy doing family shit, but man, I want to get you on with my buddy, man.
The I was busy.
Now I want to do. I want to. I still want to do history stream because
Oh yes, yes,
that's
we have
cool. But don't worry about it, dude. I was playing like I was playing Darksiders 1, and it's fucking amazing game. It's all right.
yes, it is. Yes, yes, it is. Well,
And
anyway, there's this. Oh, I remember now who told me that it was Bobby, my partner in crime in the Luchadores, in the Lucha Libre game we are making. Okay,
dude, you're making a Lucha Libre game?
yes, yes, we are.
Edward, you're my hero, dude. Dude. Like I said, man, you don't realize I love wrestling. I do.
Well, I didn't
I
knew
haven't
that.
watched it in a while,
I
but
didn't knew that. We are making a Lucha Libre game. It's going to be. Have you ever seen any movies with El Santo or Blue Demon?
man, honestly, the best Lucha Libre I've seen. I haven't seen that. There was that show that was on FX, the Strain,
Bobby has told me.
and one of the characters was a And honestly, you should read the books. The books are so much better. Now, the first two seasons were really good, but the third season got really SJW, and I don't care what anybody said. I read the books before I saw it, and it did go very SJW.
Well, what can you expect nowadays? They
Look, okay,
tend to do
you
that.
remember that chick Laura Loomer? You know what I'm talking about, where they were doing that Shakespeare in the Park, and she came
Oh
up and
yes,
said the guy that was playing Caesar, or he was in that, was Corey Stoll, and he was one of the main dudes in the Strange show.
yeah.
Actually, no, he was Yellow Jacket in the original Ant Man.
Oh, I know who.
Now, granted, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and say this real quick for anybody listening. Doesn't matter RPG. Ant Man 2 was awesome. There was no political shit in that movie.
I still haven't seen it yet.
No, it was fantastic, man. Like the thing I love about it, and they talked about how Evangeline, and I've loved Evangeline Lilly. I was a big Lost fan. Fuck that show after the fifth season, but I really did like it. But she was Kate in Lost, so I've been a real big fan of hers, and I've read interviews with her where she didn't want to do nude movies, didn't like over sexualization, which I can appreciate, man. Good actress, you want to do roll with this shit, roll with it, man. You're good. But the thing I love about that cast is, in all honesty, if you look at the Ant-Man cast, it's diverse as fuck, and all those people are not shooting their fucking politics down your throat.
That's the best.
Yeah, I mean, it,
That's just the best, my friend. Now, the movies I'm telling you are movies from the 60s, 70s.
dude, just send me a link on DMs because I love shit like this. I'm a big like 60s, 70s samurai.
Those movies are kind of bad, but in Europe they are cult movies now. They
All
want
right.
to find the posters and the original movies and shit. And El Santo was the first flesh and bone superhero. He was a real person and he was a superhero, and he fought vampires and werewolves and aliens and mad scientists. And he was a mix of Batman with Sherlock Holmes with James Bond.
Again, it's very like the character that was in The
So
Strain.
the idea that I had from the beginning was to make a lucha libre game, but make it like that, you know. So you're going to be able to create your own luchador. You're going to be able to be one of the good guys or the heels. In lucha libre, those are técnicos and rudos.
Oh no, I know, dude. Like I said, I'm a wrestling mark. I know heels and faces, man.
Yeah, heels and faces is in your side of the river. In this side of the river, it's técnicos and rudos.
Technicos and Drulos.
Yes, rudos are heels.
Okay, what's the okay? I'm trying to. I like to learn shit. Even though I'm 45 and I don't grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid, but
Dude, what do you care? You're 45. Yes, and my girlfriend. What's her name? My girlfriend turned 52 today. My
again,
waifu, my
join
waifu, Hail Berry.
join my thought experiment.
My
I'm
waifu, Hail Berry, turned 52 today.
she's in John Wick 3. You know that, right?
Yeah, and do you know that she's like good wine?
Dude, I love Halle Berry, man. She's always
She's getting better with age.
dude. She's in John Wick 3, and we all know John Wick 3 is going to be fucking amazing, dude.
Well, the one and the two were fucking amazing.
So 3 is going to be just as good. I have no doubt. I'm John Wick is one of the few movies that I have faith in anymore because it goes. You know what the politics of John Wick movies is? Shooting people in the face.
Yes. Yes.
I mean, I'm an action movie mark, man. Like
Yes, yes, yes.
the best outside of John Wick. You ever seen the God damn it, the Raid movies 1 and 2,
Oh, yes.
and the Asian guy that's in the Raid. I forget his name. I'm down guy. I'm a dumb guy, Joe. But dude, the guy in the fucking Raid, dude, he's in mile 22. Like I'll okay. Well, granted, I love Marky Mark. Marky Mark's like, yeah, I'm an actor. Don't listen to me.
And why should anybody listen to any actor anywhere except on screen when they are acting?
That's kind of my issue.
Yeah.
Because okay,
Oh, dude,
you and I
don't
both
get me
know Miss
started with
Marvel is going to
Mexican.
be a
Don't
failure.
get me started with Mexican politics and the kind of stupid people we have been paying attention to here. Okay, don't get me started with that. Well, anyway, in the game, you're going to be able to create your character. Okay, and you're going to be either a volador, a flyer, kind of the kind of wrestler that spends a lot of time on top of the las cuerdas, how do you say it in English? The strings around the ring,
The ropes.
the ropes. Yeah, the kind of wrestler that spends a lot of time on top of the ropes and flying. You know, that's a volador here in Mexico. Then we have the mm, of course we need to have a martial artist, and you can have a mountain man or woman.
Well, I mean, are you taking in like when you talk about that? Are you doing like a lot of? I mean, I see what you're going. The thing about like Mexican wrestling is it has a kind of weird parallel with Japanese wrestling.
Yeah,
I mean, it really does. And I mean,
yeah, I
I
don't
mean,
know which one was first, but I think it was Mexican wrestling first,
no, no.
and
No,
then
honestly,
Japanese.
I think honestly, I think it was Mexican wrestling. I'm not trying to call. I
No,
mean,
no, no. I don't know. I think it was, but I'm not sure. It's what I am saying. The things like I'm saying it. Then you're going to be to have a kind of superpowers, but not Superman. Okay, but you get stronger because of your mask or because of X thing,
well,
and you get to decide.
hold up. Give me 1 second, okay? I'm gonna go grab a cigarette.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I'm gonna grab a cigarette real quick. I'll be right back,
yeah, no,
okay?
no, no problem, no problem. Mil muertes. I don't know who he is, Moonchild. It's a lot of time I haven't seen Lucha Libre. Rey
No,
Mysterio is a volador on this side of the river. Rey Mysterio is a volador anywhere he is, and
dude,
he
Rey
has
Mysterio's the shit. Fuck y'all. The WWF fucked him over.
yeah, and Rey Mysterio has a comic book out right now.
All right, look, okay, this is an interesting. Okay, and this is a. I think, dude, that game is a really good idea. Let me explain why. Because you could actually involve through the system now. And one of the things I want to talk about is like the Rift system or the Palladium game system, where they have it's SD. There's SDC and then hit points.
Yeah,
And then if you want to get into like giant robot battles, you have MDC, SDC, and hit points.
yeah,
But what you could do is, okay, because dude, wrestling is fake. It's drama.
yes,
It really is. And you could do like if there is a genuine, you know what a difference between a work and a shoot is, right?
between a what and a what?
A work and a shoot.
A work?
And a shoot.
No.
My old boss at the strip club was a former wrestler. So I've learned this shit from watching wrestling. So,
Yeah,
okay, a work it's the fake part. Now, what you could do with is with your system, it goes into the drama of wrestling. Where I mean, if you watch wrestling documentaries, yeah, a lot of time it is fake. Now, I'm not taking anything against wrestlers and being, because I'm sorry, those motherfuckers put their life on the line to
well,
entertain us.
yes.
Dude, I watched. I'm sure. Okay, you watch wrestling, right? I'm sure you've seen the Undertaker Mankind match where
Yeah.
Undertaker. I watched that live.
Oh fuck.
My buddy had cheated satellite. I don't want to get him in trouble, so I not mention his name. What's up, Rick Dog? But yeah, I didn't say his real name, but yeah, man, we were watching that, smoking fucking weed and drinking beer, just like, dude, it was amazing. But that was still at the same time that was a work. That was two guys trying to put on a show and pushing their bodies to the extreme to give that good show. But where you go into like the role playing drama is you have two characters that legitimately don't like each other, so they're going to the point like they under look. Hey, let me put it this way: that, like I said, you take into account two sets of hit points. SDC, which is kind of like your testicular fortitude, to quote Mankind.
Yeah, I'm using stamina,
Okay, there's
but
stamina.
it's
And
the
then you
same.
have like, well, okay, was it stamina, and after stamina would be hit points because it's almost like a
No,
physical
I
body
have
armor.
stamina and I have hit points. And hit
Okay,
points are your health. If you lose all your hit points, you die.
exactly.
Stamina, you get tired.
But that's the whole thing is with stamina. It goes back to and it builds back to in the role playing. Man, dude, this is a good idea, Eduardo. I'm not joking. Think about this, okay? Because a lot of times, wrestling is fake. I don't care. It's still real to me. But you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Where it comes back to putting on a good show. So if you have two characters that work well together, to where all they're doing is putting on a good show and chipping off of their
And
stamina.
here's the thing, okay? You're going to have there are two ways uh, that you have to play the game, okay? One of the ways is the traditional role playing game where you go as a group and you're exploring the bad guys lair and you're killing vampires and mummies and werewolves and shit. Okay, that's one part of the game. The other part of the game is that you are inside a tournament, a lucha libre tournament, and you are fighting lucha libre bouts, and whoever wins gets money and gets fame.
Well,
Okay,
the fame should be experienced, but dude,
you get both. You get experience. That's
Eduardo,
in one
what you're
side,
talking about is
but you get fame. Fame serves. It's for you to cow another player, another character, maybe a PC or an NPC. Doesn't
dude,
matter.
dude,
So
you've
if you're more famous, if you have the reputation to being a really tough guy,
got
you can stare him down.
no, dude. What you
Now,
what you're talking about to me?
look this. You could have 8 people plus the promoter. It's not GM or TM, it's promoter because it's lucha. So it's the promoter. So you have the promoter, that is the GM, okay? And you have four guys in one side and four guys in the other side, okay? So they can work together when they are chasing after the werewolves. But up on the ring, they are going to have to fight each other. Okay?
No, that's what I'm talking about. Is where you can go like you to for further um role playing opportunities. Especially with groups. You look at the NWO. Every now and then, somebody would break off and have to wrestle them, and then come back. You could have two different types of matches. Like when you do the whole mummy vampire thing, that is the fucking shit, dude. No
Yeah,
joke.
yeah,
But
especially because I'm going to be using a lot of the original monsters that I am making. Original in a sense, because you can't really invent anything. Everything is already been done. But I am doing it in a different way. I'm trying to give it in-game logic. Okay, there has to be a logic because for the monster, and I'm trying to make away with all the silly names a lot of the monsters on D&D have.
we don't have to make it. I mean, honestly, you don't have to make it like, dude. There's I've been wanting to watch it. It's called, I think it's Underworld Wrestling. It's an indie promotion out of Australia, and it's one of the channels I follow on YouTube is Wrestling with Regret. Like, no joke, folks. You like wrestling? Follow Wrestling with Regret. Dude's awesome. No joke. But he was talking about, he was doing this thing, and it's like it's very low production values, but it's like this the promoters trying to bring about the apocalypse. It's very cheesy. I mean, it's like, okay, I'm one of the few people I like. I loved Leech Underground. You know what I'm
Not
talking about?
not that little. I know at least another three people that do.
No, but I mean, there was a lot of really weird, supernatural aspects to it that a lot of my friends turn their noses up to, and I'm like, it's wrestling. Let them have fun.
Yeah.
I mean, it's wrestling. Look at Kane.
Yes.
And I mean, Kane's the mayor of Knoxville, Tennessee right now, which, yes, I hope every time he walks into City Hall, pyro goes off. And if you think,
And
and
Jesse Ventura was a mayor too, right?
who?
Jesse Ventura.
Oh, didn't know he was a governor, dude, of Minnesota.
Yeah.
And I like Jesse, but he gets a little too.
He got way too crazy in his old age.
And dude, I love Jesse. The best thing about Jesse Ventura, he was in Predator,
Yeah.
one of the greatest movies ever made, man.
Yeah.
Predator is the shit.
Yeah.
I
But
really,
I think he smoked something with his boat.
I
And
smoked it
it
too.
was something that wasn't really supposed to be smoked.
There's okay, per our speech, our talk about history. It's a balance, man. There are things that he said that I agree with, but it's a balance within anything, and let's apply that to RPGs. Back when I was playing it, and yes, I'm an old fuck. I'm going to be 45 in October. Cool.
There's not going to be any balance in my games. Okay, there's going to be as few rules as possible.
No, a balance in
So
personality. I think no, it's a balance
so
in
that you
personality.
can. Oh, okay, okay.
Rules, no, because a good GM knows how to customize their rules around, like, the gal who taught me my uncle played D&D. She had her rules one way. We played a D&D game with, and this was nothing against her, but then we played a D&D game with a guy who ran fucking tournaments, and we were dead within 3 hours.
Yeah, I never liked that kind of.
Well, no, it was no. And you know what the crazy thing is? It was our fault. We made it. We didn't think shit through. Because I was trying to fit before tonight's video. Before we did the stream tonight, I wanted to make sure I didn't say this
And
before. But the Tomb of Horrors. Have you ever heard of the Tomb of Horrors in AD&D? It's
yes,
legendary.
yes.
We played that module. Now, when we played it with basically gods. My uncle and his girlfriend were like, okay, we can't keep lower characters alive. Um, Bone Hill, I believe it is. That was our first campaign together. and our my uncle's character Riyadh was still basically stuck in prismatic sphere against an illusion of a fire giant, and my character was hiding in a tree. No joke, because they were going to go in the castle. I'm like, no, fuck this. This shit's going south. I don't want to die. I'm hiding in a tree. And and at this point, my uncle's girlfriend was really pissed off at me because I was being, at this time I was like 11.
And you were being a pussy.
No, I was being an asshole, but it was like I'd already died once. I got killed by a lizard king and got resurrected without my left hand. So when I'm going into something where I'm like, I think we're gonna fucking die, tree, I'm hiding in it. You guys go get murdered. Seriously, there was there were 6 people in the campaign. The campaign ended with me hiding in a tree, 4 people dead, and my uncle hiding behind a prismatic sphere with an illusion, not a true fire giant, mind you, an illusion of a fire giant beating the shit out of that prismatic sphere.
Oh fuck. Well,
So the whole thing was like, hey, let's make powerful characters because if we make powerful characters, we might be able to learn how to keep them alive better.
nope.
Now, dude, we did. Then my neighbor ran us to the Tomb of Horrors, which has like 3 monsters, and if he did like give us a true hint, like we should have been dead. I ain't gonna lie, our character should have died, but because and I love my uncle. This is nothing against my uncle Mickey, but he couldn't get the hint that the DM was saying that I got within 30 seconds of a previous, you know, which I was really proud of. Like he said, I'm like, all right, I know what's going on. I know what's going on. This is what you gotta do. This is what you gotta do, everybody. It's cool. But then, like he repeated like 6 times. And my uncle's finally like, oh my God, it's an illusion. We're done. And that's the only thing that saved us. We should have been dead. It should have killed us right there. Basically, gods that were, characters that were Jehovah. And just, yeah, we should have died right there. I love the Tomb of Horrors, dude. Seriously, it was one of the funniest experiences because I was the dickhead. I was the court jester.
Since you're going to be one of the play testers,
Well, no, the thing is, like,
I'm
okay,
I'm going to tell you something in the DMs later about
yeah, I'll play test. I'll play test because seriously,
about the first the first module that we are going to put in the game,
all
in the
right,
book.
get
We're aiming for about 150 pages, and we're trying to make it so that there will be in the book there will be uh, printed paper minis of luchadores for you to use if you want to.
I mean, I think that's every. I mean, honestly, every game should do that. That's one of the things I always liked about BattleTech. Is BattleTech gave you like basically set characters and you know a a tester. Like I still have the last BattleTech rules are printed by FASA.
Yeah, I don't know what they don't. They want to milk you out of the money, so they sell the rights for the for someone to make the dolls, the minis in plastic. And to be honest, right now with the 3D printers and all of that, it has there's no
Dude,
sense.
I am following a girl who made with big boobs that made a 3D printed bikini top. And hey, guess what? Okay, Sarah Jeong, the New York Times Asian bitch, talk about killing white people.
Yeah.
She threw this fellow Asian woman who doesn't do anything. Her whole thing is building shit. She's like a super tech head.
Yeah.
Like it's awesome. but threw a fellow Asian woman under the bus because she lives in China. It's her name's a look.
Oh,
Anybody
I
listen?
heard of that.
No,
Yes.
anybody listening, I want to say this. You need to follow Naomi Wu. Naomi Wu. Don't ask me to spell it right now. It's spell it as you say it, but she's awesome. And what she does
Write it
is,
in the chat.
oh shit, yeah, I'll write it. But no, she's dude. Naomi Wu's all and dude. Sarah Young threw her under the bus. It's like, okay, you hate white people and fellow Asian women that have bigger boobs than you.
Yeah.
And I'm
Yeah.
not saying that to be rude. Like, no, I'm not kidding. Naomi Wu. I have a fetish for Asian women.
Oh, speaking of beautiful women, let me. You may want to see this just for a moment, okay?
Dude, I love it. I used to work a strip club. I love beautiful women. Come on, man.
Do you see it?
Where'd you send it?
Right here. I'm sharing the screen.
No, I've
Do you
still
see
got. Oh, yeah. Okay, cool. It just popped up. Sorry. I'm like, I'm
it?
sitting there like, dude, what you talking to? Who is that?
Hail Berry, my waifu.
Oh my God.
She's
Dude.
52, dude. 52.
But honestly, if you look at it, most of my favorite female actress is fucking Kate Blanchett.
Uh,
I'm sorry, dude. Kate Blanchett's the fucking shit.
uh,
Hella in Thor Ragnarok, she was the fucking bomb.
uh.
May not have been the greatest villain of all time, but a shit script is not her fault. But she looked fantastic and looked like she was having a fucking ball. I mean, really. But dude, I love it. I like actresses. I like people that can act.
Yes.
That's the thing is, okay, have you ever noticed a lot of these actresses that, you know, get all social justicey can act? I mean, look at what's gonna happen, dude. Miss Captain Marvel is going to be the first failure of Marvel. It's still going to make money. Mark my words, it will make money, but it's not going to make money that Marvel wanted. And if they continue down that road, it's only going to get worse.
Yeah. Yeah. More than likely. Anyway, we're making the paper minis, and here's the thing. Okay, here's the thing. There's going to be a PDF that's going to go alongside of the printed book. So if you need to print more minis, those are also in the PDF.
But
So you can print more minis.
what you're doing, man, it's not. You know, this is a weird comparison, but
And my partner in crime is making. He was telling me about the 4D6, and I was for a moment I was, dude, no, it's 3D6, and I started thinking that a 4D6 system would be fucking easy. If only I had thought about that before, because right now I would need to go back and start making changes to the rules. But for this 6 it's almost like 1D20, but with a bell curve instead of flat. 4 is
there's
1,
honestly there's a lot.
24 is 20, and you have 20 slots in between. So 20 slots total.
I mean, with 46, you're looking at 4016. You could actually have more priorities for critical, which I mean, honestly, you should have. You know, there.
The critical, I'm making the criticals only right now only. uh, 3 is a critical fumble and 18 is a critical success.
But if you do four, you can actually open that up. Open that up.
I could make more if I wanted right now. You don't need the extra numbers. It's only that I could say, I don't know, 17 and 18 are critical success, for instance. But the difference is that when you're using 4d6, then you have 20 slots, 20 numbers total. You go instead from 1 to 20, you go to from 4 to 24. It's the same as a d20, but with a bell curve. A bell curve that peaks at 14.
So that's the thing is everything when we started role playing, my little group, everything most the die rolls were so kind of no, they were so deliberate. Like everything was within this range, and it wasn't bad. Don't get me wrong, but everything it's kind of within a range of the dice that you had. But what you were talking about with your system and trying to get you know more people into the game, which yeah, dude, that's why you're fucking awesome.
Yeah, well, the thing is that it's not only about getting more people into the game, it's also about giving poor kids the chance to play a game that they won't be able to play otherwise, because it's way too expensive, man.
No,
Way too
no,
expensive.
I was talking to my buddy, my uncle about that. Because man, I'm not kidding, man. Like what, what you're doing is beautiful. It's no joke, man. I think it's one of the most amazing things that I've ever heard.
I already started checking out how expensive it is to print it here in Mexico, to give away to kids. But of course, it's not the same games. I'm making
Hold on,
several games. Okay,
hold on. Okay,
the Lucha Libre is one game.
give me
I'm
one second.
making I'm
While I'm
making
thinking
other
about this,
games.
no, let
Uh,
me think about this. Um, okay, doing the printing in Mexico. Have you ever thought about trying to do it in America? Because I mean, let's face it, man. All right, something you said to me the other day. Before we did our last video, we were supposed to talk about gaming, but we went, off the reservation.
yes, we went all over the
Yeah,
place.
no, but you were talking. I was telling you about Games X, where I had, and you're like, I didn't have that opportunity. Have you thought about? I mean, thinking about printing this shit in America because it'd probably be cheaper.
Actually, to be cheaper, you have to send it to print in Canada or in China. Okay, but if I have to print it in other country and then ship it here, it's not that cheap. And I'm going to. Here's the thing, okay? Here's the thing. I'm going to make it so that if you want to the games that are going to be to give away to poor kids, okay? I'm going to make it so that if you want to print some games in your state to give away to kids in the schools where you live, you're going to be able to do so without any need to give me any money. Okay, but you can only print them to give them away. You can't sell them. Okay, because the idea is that this should be going to poor kids. And if you want to make a business, take the system and make your own game and do business. I don't care. I don't mind. But that game is going to be to give away. So it's going to be printed in English. It's going to be published in English and in Spanish. And if someone wants to translate it to, I don't know, Portuguese or Italian, go ahead, do it by all means. And if you want to print it to
So
in your
what you're doing?
country, sorry,
No, what you're doing is you could make this for everybody, man. I'm not this. This is what sold me on it. You're trying to help people get into a hobby that was really expensive for me to get into as a fucking white bread American. I mean, and really,
dude, the cheapest books right now it's basic fantasy, okay, and it's $4 each book, soft cover.
the last cheap book I bought was Pathfinder Bestiary 4, which was $40
Yeah,
or
no,
30.
$4, four, not 40, $4. And anyway, $4 when you say $4 here in Mexico, that's 4 times 20. Okay,
No, I agree, man. Like I said, man, we were talking about Games X. Like,
so it's a lot of money, and then you need the dice, and you need a set of dice for each player. And each dice here in Mexico, it's about 15 pesos. Let's say three quarters of a dollar.
75 cents a piece, basically.
So you need 7 dice at least each.
Oh, God, you're making me do math. Fuck you.
Dude, it's easy. Make it a dollar.
No, you
Seven
don't.
dollars.
My dad teaches calculus, and I
$7. Okay, let's make it easy. $7 for dice plus $4 for the book. You're already at $11. Okay, and each player has to spend at least the dice. So $7 each player. Now, with the D6, you can buy it here in any farmer's market, and they cost around 1 peso to 2 pesos each dice. So I can buy 4 dice, and I'm not even near the price of one set of dice for D&D.
so basically right now what you're working. I mean, what you're building, which I already understand, but just for the people out there listening alone and out there in TV land, you've built something that's it's just cheap, not in a bad way. I mean, man, this is to get people into this hobby. Hugs not drugs.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
beautiful. Man. I mean,
and the teachers can use the game to teach the kids math, to teach the kids history, because the rules can be used to play anything. So you could play, I don't know,
Dark
the
Ages
French Revolution.
Cthulhu.
No, no, no,
I'm
no,
not
no.
kidding. No, I'm not kidding, dude. Dark Ages Cthulhu is the shit, man. Like,
Yeah, but I mean, if as a teacher, if you want to teach history using the game, you could, because it's cheap to do so. Because how much could it be if you're going to have, I don't know, for each school, let's say,
hell,
you can donate the books to the school or to the kids. I
hell,
would like to do it to the kids, not to the
no,
school.
hold up. You know what my dad does?
No.
He's a math teacher.
Oh yes, you have told me so.
I know, but you see where I'm going with this. And dude, trust me, my dad is fucking cool as shit. I'm not kidding, man. This is something that, like, I live across the street from a high school. I would walk over there and say, "Hey, look, this is what we're trying to do." It's man, a lot of what I've learned came from D&D.
Yeah.
Mostly Street Fighter. I ain't gonna lie, dude. Mostly Street Fighter 2, man. That was my shit. But D&D 2,
And you can make friendships forever playing this game.
it, that's how a lot of us. Well, it's never been my issue with what these people talk. These SJWs are talking now. There was never a fucking issue, man. It never was. All right,
No, the
now,
only issue was if you were an asshole.
no, that's what I'm going to say, man. Like, when we used to do our Game 6 Fridays, the only people that had a bad time ran bad games.
Yeah.
Like the first Cthulhu game I played, where the guy ran it like shit, and me and all my buddies that were playing were like, "All right, this guy sucks. We're gonna make his life miserable." Because he was no, seriously, man. This guy was trying to like equate real time to game time. So he's like, "All right, you guys are in this." I may have said this
What?
last. I'm not joking, dude. Like, okay, you're in the. He was like at one point he was like, "Okay, you're all right. You're in
So
this."
a campaign would last 20 years and you
I
wouldn't
don't have a
even
fucking clue what his plan was, man. But
what?
he was like, "You're in the library there," and he was describing. He says, "There's this book, and he this is probably about an hour and a half of dealing with his shitty gaming, with his shit game."
Oh,
So
come
we're all
on.
getting pissed off, and a couple of people that were in the campaign with me were our friends. So we're all sitting there, you know, plotting how we could, fuck shit up. And it's sorry, man. Yeah, like last week, we're supposed to talk about gaming. I went to history. I'm the biggest. I'm the hero when it comes to fucking shit up.
No problem,
So
man.
they're like, he's describing this. It's like we're in this library, and we're supposed to get stuff ready before the campaign. He's like, "What are y'all gonna do?" And we're all looking around, like, me and my friends are looking around, it's like, what's this guy talking about? Like, we already put on a list of equipment we needed. Let's just roll. That our games were always very, technical. That's the thing I liked about Palladium games as opposed to not necessarily like D&D, but like some of the off games like Vampire or Cthulhu, which I liked both of those games, but they were more role playing intensive where me and my buddies just want to fucking kill shit. So we're all sitting around. It's like, okay, this guy's trying to like build this, and what's he doing? Don't care. He's like, there's a book behind a glass cover, and I was like, I'm gonna pull out Thor's hammer and bust that glass with my Thor's hammer. And so the dude's like, you don't have Thor's hammer. I'm like, yes, I do. And everybody that's with me, we all hate the guy running the game, so they're all backing me up. Like, yeah, he's got Thor's hammer. We go back and forth about 30 minutes. Yeah, that's how ridiculous this campaign had gotten. And so he's like, all right, fine. If you could say Thor's hammer's name, I'll give it to you. Now, I may have told you this story last week and forgotten it. So if that's so, I
I don't know,
apologize.
but if you did, it doesn't
No,
matter.
but we'd all gone. Okay, at this place at that point, this was 92 through 94, 95. But we got free passes about a month or so before to go see Army of Darkness. Evil Dead 3, and it was all of us. So he's like, this dude that's running the shit campaign. He's like, yeah, man, I want to, if I'll give you Thor's hammer, if you could say the name. So I'm sitting there, like I said, a few times after we saw Army of Darkness. So I'm like, well, let's, like how Ashton, the sacred words to then Klaatu Veratza, that's where I got it from.
Yeah.
So dude was like, oh no, you didn't get it. The minute he said that, every game around us said, no, dude, he's got it. Give him Thor's hammer. And I just sit back and go, I just made your life miserable, fucker. And it was just because this game was shit. You know, I love Cthulhu, but it's a very hard game to run.
And here's the thing, okay? I think that you need, as a GM, you need to find a balance between role playing and roll dice, rolling dice.
Riffs, dude. That's
You
why
know,
I like the Palladium system,
you
man.
need to find the balance. You need to make the role playing important because the game is role playing, but you also need to make it fast so people don't spend lots and lots and lots of time without any progress.
And that's the thing is, there's a lack of DMs that have that talent. Not saying it's anybody that's listening or anything, but that's the problem. They don't know how to run a decent game. You know, I saw something the other day where it's like a bunch of hipsters are now getting to D&D. Cool. If you can fucking play the game, I'm good with that, dude. Let's have fun. But it goes back to me is right now what we're doing with RPGs is we're painting them as a monolith, and they're not a monolith. There's nuances. You know,
Well,
I like
it's a lot of different kinds of games, from games that have no GM, from games that
what?
there are games that have no GM. There are games that the GM has the ultimate word.
Hold on,
There
hold
are
on,
games that are
stop for a
for
second. Stop for a second. Hold up. No, no, we gotta go back for a second. Rewind. I'm rewinding right now.
yeah,
Okay, games without GM.
yes.
So everybody in that campaign, did they get a participation trophy?
I haven't played any, but I know they exist. So I don't know, man.
But I mean, you see where I'm going from that. No, man.
It's for a certain kind of people that resent the GM having all the power they have in the game.
Okay, do you realize?
And
Okay,
it's fine if you want to play that, go ahead. More power to you, you know? I
Wardo,
don't care.
Wardo, I'm
Just
sorry.
don't want try to make my game like yours.
I still can't. No, I still can't. No, look.
Dude,
All right. Okay,
there's
why
this
you
game.
with a better man than I am?
I don't remember right now the name, but there was this
I
game
don't care
that
because
has
why
a
you're the
GM,
better man
but
than I am?
there's a GM, okay? But the players can at any point in time tell the GM, no, this is what happens.
Um. Okay. Now,
Okay?
the first strip club I used to work at, we had a bunch of Afro American, black entertainers. They were beautiful, man. They were my girls.
Of course.
And somebody would say something stupid, and I point at them and say, "What's my favorite word, champagne?" And they'd look at that person and go, "N-word, please." Thank you, baby. I appreciate you, but that's no. Eh, I, did everybody get it? No, 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 no. It goes back
Dude,
to
what can I tell you? There are those games. There are also games
okay. I'm not
that
going to take
that
away from
have
it because if people
no.
have fun with that, cool, whatever, dude,
Yes, and
whatever.
there are games
Roll.
that are collective storytelling. It's the kind of RPG, and that I don't think it's really an RPG, but okay, where the thing is about telling a story and not having an adventure. There are games where you don't go killing things and collecting gold.
The crazy thing is though, no, thinking about this because I'm still trying to digest it. But I mean, in its defense, I mean, honestly, I'm going to play devil's advocate. The people that play this game. I don't think they're the ones that are jumping in this and saying, "I don't like what's going on in role playing right now, so I want to change it." I
No,
mean,
I don't think so. I
no, they're
think they are
not. No, I
playing the
mean,
game
you and
they
I
want
both
to
know they're
play.
not. they've developed a game that's good for them, and they just play that game and fucking roll with it. Awesome.
Yes.
But my problem is like, okay, Warhammer. I don't play Warhammer 40K.
Neither
I
do I. Too expensive.
exactly. But the computer games, the RTSs, which I'm a big RTS fan when it comes to computers, I fucking love, man. I do. And what was it? Dawn of War 1. It was the I think it was Soulstorm,
Yeah.
which had the Sisters of Battle. Sisters of Battle is my shit, dude. I'm sorry. I like hot chicks that fucking have swords and kill shit. Bayonetta. It's just me. You know, I like playing female characters. Laura Croft, honestly, is one of my favorite female characters of all time, just as fucking Ellen Ripley from Aliens and fucking Samus Aran from goddamn Metroid. But
Yes.
just having, I, I just grow to, I can't, fuck, man. It's this inclusion thing. It was never an issue.
It's not needed because it wasn't ever a
It
problem.
it was never an issue. You should
No.
have seen the people. Okay, the Friday nights at Games Extraordinaire where I played. If you saw these people, we didn't care about sexual orientation, where you stuck your genitals, political affiliation. Could you game? The people that couldn't game, like that guy, earlier when I was talking about the Cthulhu game, the Cthulhu campaign, those are the people we made their lives miserable. And yes, that guy was a cis hetero male that couldn't fucking run a role playing game if he had scissors in his hand and punching through a wet paper bag. For fuck's sake, that's all we cared about. But we're sitting there, we're putting these arbitrary labels on something. Like I said, with we're the Sisters of Battle are too sexy. They wear armor and they kill shit. Why am I supposed to have a problem with this?
Even even if they were naked, why would you have any problem with it? You don't like it, don't play it. Change the rules. Play it a different way. Nobody's making you play it in any way. Hello.
No, I'm listening. No, I
Okay.
agree. No, I'm listening. But no, that's again riffs. We changed the system to make it better to our play style.
Dude, people have been changing the rules since forever.
I
Even
don't
even Gygax didn't play D&D by the book. He had his own home rules.
I don't think I've not read a role playing game of the many I've read that said, "Hey, if you don't like something, change it."
Yeah,
Actually, not a one. And I'm sorry if I finally read a role playing game that had that, it would probably be written by a fucking faggot with purple hair. I'm
probably.
sorry. I God, I can't believe I said yeah, but I mean, you know what I'm coming from. I
Yeah,
mean that's the God's honest truth.
yeah.
Wherever you don't like,
And the only thing that you could say that wasn't inclusive was the price.
exactly, and that's what they miss.
And these fuckers aren't trying to fix that.
No, dude, that you hit the. Oh my god, you just punched that shit in the face, man. Just start boom, boom. No, but you're right.
It's the only
It's
thing that you could say it's not inclusive because poor people can't play.
and you want to hear something crazy? My games X nights, we helped with that. Like we had several people that played with fucking Xerox copies of some of the rule books. And the
Yeah,
crazy thing was we understood that they came from they weren't as privileged as us.
exactly.
I was trying. There was when I was I played my current job where I used to work before they closed it. was in a shopping center with a role playing place. And I saw it one day, and I'm like, cool. I went in there to talk to him because I was off on Sundays. I'm like, hey, I'm thinking about, I wanted to Cthulhu. I would really like to run a good Cthulhu game by my rules. But, and the guy I was talking to him was like, yeah, well, we don't do PDFs. I'm like, but yes, I have some PDFs that I downloaded. But in all honesty, I had them originally. Like my AD&D PDFs, I had all that shit at one point. But I was telling him, I was like, but with my Cthulhu, I'm like, yeah, I bought Cthulhu 7th edition. I can show. I was told him, it's like, I can show you the receipt. Well, you can't run it.
Because you didn't have the book right there.
Yeah, but I
That's
had the.
crazy.
I could have shown the receipt, dude.
But
Seriously,
that's crazy.
and that goes back to, it's like we don't.
What happens if you know the rules? What happens if it's a free game?
See, that's the thing, is I don't know. But again, where okay, and where I was
Because,
trying.
for instance, if we go back to basic fantasy, okay, basic fantasy is legal for you to download every single book, legal, and you can even print them in your computer printer if you want to. I don't know what you would, because it's $4 to buy the printed book, but anyway,
Dude, you know what you're
and
talking.
it's legal. Who is that fucker to tell me that I can't play that game?
You know what y'all bought the Cthulhu sixth edition rules for? Seriously,
No,
you know
no,
what you
no,
bought
no,
them
no, no idea.
40.
$40.
Yeah. Well,
Fuck.
granted, it was both. Now, Cthulhu's always been up until that point. Like I have the fifth and the sixth edition rules in, in soft paperback to this day. I'm looking at them right now, actually. But I have both of them. I did paid maybe, I think, the fifth edition rules, which dude, I've had these since 91, that book, and it's in amazing condition.
What do you know? What we need? We need to go back to find a way for players, for gamers, to have the last word. We need a way for the gamers to play without anybody trying to make them obey rules they don't want to obey. And we need that the game shop um, should try to get as many people into the hobby as possible, because, okay, you don't have a physical copy with you right now, okay, but you can prove that you have the book. So why shouldn't I let you play the book, the game? Why? I don't know. I don't. What? I don't understand. Okay, and if you are a good GM, you're going to bring more people to my shop, and that people is going to buy dice, it's going to buy minis, it's going to buy books, it's going to buy sodas, it's going to buy shit from me. So it's a win-win for you as a GM, for the players because they have a good GM there, and for me as a business. I don't understand, man. I don't
I mean,
understand.
that's the whole thing, is, with like Games X, we had a whole lot of really awesome, GMs.
And
There was
the
never, but that's the thing, is there was never an issue, and now all of a sudden there's an issue, but the industry's dying. Um,
Yes, the game shop nearest to me. Okay, I can go walking. from my house to that game shop. It's so big, but so big. My dining room is bigger than the shop.
But dude, okay, Eduardo, we were talking about, and I remember in our DMs, I was talking at Game Mechs. Like, man, I wish I had something like that. You know, when you talk about your SJWs, yes, I'm an entitled American. I realize that. What the fuck can I do about it? I mean, really, that's the question. What can I do about it? I know. Well, you can, prostrate yourself on temple of whatever. No, what do you
No,
want me to do? My whole thing is, I'm just going to try do to spread what I love, whether it be RPGs, which is your live stream, and I've been teaching one of my little brother's friends, is a guy, this little dude who lives by my brother, like next door,
yeah,
how to DJ. I'm just trying to spread my wisdom and help people out for something that they love.
yeah,
That's what I'm trying to do. Am I doing this for money? No, because I still work my 40-hour a week job that sucks. I could be doing worse, but hey, but like when I DJ, I don't do it for money. I don't do it for anything. It's something I love. It's something I enjoy.
yeah. And I bet that you are better at it because of that, because you love it.
That's yeah. It's not ego, man. It's
No,
not.
no, 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 no,
People,
man.
man. The thing is, like,
Look, here's the thing, okay? That when you start saying, "Oh, I'm not that good," when you know that you are good, it's bullshit. Okay? If you got it, flaunt it.
well, I don't. I just it's how I relax. Like, I mean, my DJ sets. It's just how I unwind. I miss doing it, man. It's like
And you spread joy by doing it.
that's what I hope. It's like if anybody listen to my streams, hey man, I hope you're doing something awesome. Hope you're making something beautiful. Keep doing it. Oh god damn it, that fucking sucks.
You know, you're spreading joy when you do it. And
Just
that's
like
the
what you're
thing.
doing, just like what you're doing with your fucking RPGs, man.
Well, I'm trying. I'm trying. I still haven't published any, but
Negro,
I'm trying, my friend.
you're
I'm
doing a
trying.
lot better than most of these SJWs that are fucking throwing their goddamn fucking weight around. Oh, I'm so holier than thou. Yeah, dude, really?
Nice. That's nice. That's
Eat
why I don't go to church.
eat a bag of baby dicks.
Yeah.
I'm taking a selfie with me flicking a bird with my cat. We're both smiling at you. I mean, it's put your money where your mouth is. I don't speak, I don't try to be better than I am. I know I'm a crazy asshole. I mean, my channel's name is Your Crazy Uncle. Is I mean, if you didn't think that I chose that name tactically, then you're retarded. And my cat won't shut the fuck up. Hold up one second. Fast!
Leave him alone.
Kitty! Fuzzy! No, dude. She's spoiled. I created the monster. But hey, baby. Yes. Come here. It's my kid, dude. Closest I'll ever have to a child is gonna be a cat. It's I
Yeah.
already accept, and that's the thing is, I accept I'm weird. I mean,
Cat people are weird. Yes.
no, no, no. I hate how the no. I'm sorry. I hate how the leftists fucking destroy. No, cats. You got to learn how. Like my cat's awesome, dude.
Dude,
Like,
I had cats before. I had a black tabby.
yeah, that's my baby now.
I had a
That's
black
bad.
tabby, and she was the shit. She was the shit.
My back cat now I've had for almost 4 years. I've had for 4 years. My dad bought her for me because I basically one day walked outside to smoke a cigarette and found a Siamese cat outside my house. and he was starving. So I walked up to him like, I like cats, man. And he was just sitting there. I laid up to him, putting my hand on his stomach. I'm like, oh my god, dude, you're like need food. Ran to my dad's house and stole some food from my dad's cat and fed him. I started keeping him. Dude, Mr. Kitty was, yeah, I named him Mr. Kitty. I love South Park. But he was, dude, he was terminally ill and his owners dumped him.
And
And it was awful. And it broke my heart. He died in my lap. No
oh
joke.
shit.
And my dad felt bad for me. So he took me to get my new cat. He was going, I'm going to buy you a new cat. Come on, let's go. And I found a little black kitten. It was 10 weeks old. And my dad is terrified of black cats. I have been in my car, no joke. I've been in my dad's car, and a black cat gets ready to cross his path. He will turn the fuck around and go the other way.
Really?
Yes.
Oh man,
Like, I have an
that's
out.
heavy.
I'll be held up. I have an out. This is even funnier. I have an outside feral cat that is black that I named Clone because one night my roommate thought he let my cat out, but he didn't.
Yeah.
But he didn't figure that out. So we were chasing this fucking little black kitten around my neighbor's house for 45 minutes, and I'm screaming at him, cussing him out. And I come in my house, I'm like, oh, fucking God, what the fuck am I gonna do? And then something hits my leg, and I look down, and it's my cat. He never let her out. It was another cat. Actually, I saw her just before we did the stream. Like I said, I named her Clone because she's like a clone of my cat. It's funny. I like cats, man. They're just weird. I like weird shit. You know, that's the whole thing is we should just modern culture. We embrace the weird stuff, but only if it makes us look cool. Where when I embraced the weird shit, I just embraced it because I thought it was awesome. As I mean, honestly, if you look at it, that's nerd. You know, when we talk about nerd culture, especially when I was, role playing, or in earlier days, we didn't care. We never gave a fuck.
And we still don't.
I know we don't, but we're letting these fucking purple haired faggots, and I'm sorry, I'm not saying faggot as a derogatory term against a homosexual. I'm just using it as an ignorant general term.
Gays are not faggots.
No, I'm saying I'm using it as a general term against ignorant motherfuckers. I'm pulling a Boondocks, dude. If you've ever watched the Boondocks, man, it's like levels of the first season. It's Samuel L. Jackson's character, which he was he basically voiced a wigger. You know the term wigger, which is white person thinks they're black, and he called texting.
I found online. I found online because with you talking about rifts and rifts and rifts and rifts, I found an intro, book. It's what's the name? Where was it? Primer.
Dude, I was okay.
Rift
Look,
Primer. It's 43 pages. I don't know how good or how bad it is, but I'm going
you
to read
buy,
it.
hey, if you buy it, it's cool. But I'll send you. I've got the riffs book I've got all the riffs book, and I'm no joke. I have owned them. I have.
Oh, this is free. This is free.
I,
I'm going to read it to see how good, how bad it is, the system, because seriously, man, the I forgot the name. Rollmaster. Oh my fucking god! It's 50 shades of what the fuck. Okay, really, you have to keep on changing the dice because you're on a different level or you're fighting a different level monster, or I don't remember. It's convoluted as shit. And I was reading the book and I was, what? And you want me to learn what? Dude, I want to play games. I'm not trying to become a rule lawyer.
So it's still funny. I mean, that was the whole thing with Risk, man. I'm not joking, man. It's like my best friend Donnie, or Filipino Donnie, not Black Donnie. Again, weird confusion. But at one point, man, we we were doing this battle, and we were doing Robotech, and like I said, we were playing the Palladium system as it was written,
Yeah.
and I like Donnie whiffed this fucking like Zentradi battle pod, and when he did, he just looked at me. He's like, "Are you fucking kidding me, dude?" And it's you just got okay, very irrelevant. You just irreverent, but you just gotta know my buddy Donnie, man. You just gotta know my boy. It was just the look, like the look on his face. Like I really whiffed that dude, right? Really? What the fuck, dude? And at that point, after the battle was over, and it lasted two gaming sessions, everybody was like, Donnie and his buddy Brian Beige, Carlton from Fresh Prince of Bel like again, that's Carlton, Fresh Prince of Bel Air. They came up to me and said,
Yeah.
"We gotta change this shit, dude. It's not working right." And I just changed the system. And then, but again, I went to the player and said, "Hey guys, the past couple of game sessions, our battle went wrong. This is what I'm proposing." And I just laid everything out, and they were like, "Hey, yeah, I'm good with that. That's cool." And then we ran amazing campaigns
Yeah.
after that.
And here's another thing, okay? Uh, uh, there are games where you have to, okay, you roll, you're in combat, okay? And you roll and you hit, and then you have to roll for damage. And then you have to roll to see where did you inflict the damage.
It's kind of
Okay.
battle. It's very battle tech.
It's very bullshit because you can do it way faster and way easier. Okay. Because I am aiming with my sword at your left leg.
Well, that's what we did. Was a lot
And
of
then I roll the dice. And if I hit, I don't need to do another roll.
well, we always did call the okay, like with Robotech or any Palladium, which Palladium had basically three different uh on a very simplistic level of explaining. They had three different levels of damage or hit points. There was hit points, which was like your base,
Yeah.
and the shell after that was SDC, structural damage capacity, which was
Uh-huh.
once the SDC went through, you go to hit points. But then there was MDC, which was like if you got hit with MDC damage and you were SDC, like you weren't wearing MDC damage, you were fucking dead, dude. Seriously, like it's like shooting a anthill with a nuclear missile.
But isn't it complicating the game just because?
No, because most of the stuff that we did was always MDC, mecha combat. I mean, literally, we start off with like Robotech.
What I mean is this, okay? I remember some mecha game. I don't remember which one. I don't remember the system, but I do remember the fucking character sheet for the mechas. Okay, and you have a certain amount of points in each leg, a certain amount of points in each arm, and a certain amount of points in the head, and they went then concentrated towards the center if something happened. I don't remember
No, that's
what.
Palladium. Like, no, that's the Palladium system. Like with Palladium, like you take into effect, like the character I played was a glitter boy, and I was going to read you, which I couldn't find. and I apologize, but there's a thing in riffs where they talk about how people talked about the glitter boy was overpowered, but the glitter boy, like when the glitter boy shot a gun, he had like a rail gun cannon over his shoulder. Before and that was the character when we did our campaigns. As a DM, like I had my character was kind of like the linchpin for where things happened. He was the facilitator for the story, but
Yeah.
I wouldn't make decisions. Like every now and then I might make a roll to see like if okay, my fucking idiot players can't figure this out, maybe my character will. Nothing against the kid. Again, my homies were cool, but again, we were mostly dice people, and yeah, I like making puzzles. I mean, yeah, I like Resident Evil. I like solving shit. And I've always applied, that's seriously, I've always applied kind of like that Resident Evil policy.
Doggy, get out of there. Sorry, my dog gets behind and below my chair and starts pushing.
What kind of dog you got?
It's a golden retriever.
Dude, good dogs.
Yeah, this one, I don't know why he thinks I love him.
Yeah, I say that about my cat, but then again, my baby loves. I love her. Fucking spoiled child, you spoiled fucker.
I have to take him out in
Dude,
about
my cat
five
is
minutes.
my
I have
cat my cat
to
is
take him
terrified of
for
the outside
for
world
his.
just as I am.
No, he has to go out about 5 times a day, or he will demand
I had
walk.
okay, my outdoor cat, even though I fixed it at one point, somehow one of my vents from my central air heating it got knocked down, and clone got into it and sprayed,
Oh shit!
and then my cat smelled it, and my cat was a fucking cunt for about a week. Like I didn't know what to do, man. I couldn't pet her, nothing. She was always hissing at me and whatnot. It took $40 to $50 of Febreze to fix it.
Yeah,
I did, but I'm not joking. Yeah, I fixed it with Febreze. That shit is fucking Moses, man. But yeah, man, my cat is the most jealous fucking thing on the planet.
this guy doesn't get jealous really, except between my wife, my son, and I. We can't hug each other if we're not hugging him. He
Oh,
has to get
Bass is cool like that, man. I've my little brother and my sister in law have befriended this family across the street, and they got their nephew, and so I've been training him how to DJ and whatnot. And yeah, man, she's cool, man. She just likes the lovin's. That's why she's my baby,
yeah.
dude. But man,
These are God's creatures.
animals are awesome.
Stop licking
Better
your
than us
balls.
because they're pure. There's no pre-context.
No,
I
no, no,
worked,
no, no, no. They
my thing
either
is,
love you or they don't.
and that's the whole thing is it kills people. I hate human beings. I really do. I fucking hate people. I like my family. I like my friends. Nothing, Eduardo, you're cool. Whatever. I'm not trying to, but yeah, I don't like people. Animals and kids fucking love me, and to this day, I don't understand why.
I don't like kids,
Kids love me.
especially the kids that are not mine. I don't like
Thing
them.
is, though, but I have to say this: like
I
all my buddies that I grew up with, their kids were like fucking awesome. Like they're cool. Like I love them, but most of the like I love my nephew. I think my sister in law is terrified that I'm going to be a bad influence on him. But considering that her husband is I took my little brother to his first concert when he was 11. You know what concert that was?
I'm
Marilyn.
sorry, I think you told me.
No, I think no. I was gonna say it was Marilyn Manson, and we got
Yeah.
to meet Marilyn Manson. And guess what? Marilyn Manson was amazing to my fucking 11-year-old nephew. Nothing weird. They Brian Warner, Marilyn Manson, lead singer,
Oh,
he's like, "What do you want to do, little man?" I want to meet the rest of the band. He told security, "Leave this dude alone. He wants to meet the rest of the band," and they were cool too.
go away, also.
No, dude, it was no, nobody can down Manson in my presence. Even though he's not been super political. Now, Trent Reznor of Nine Inch Nails, the man who discovered him, calling out Taylor Swift for not being more political, and Taylor Swift's actually a nice person. I have this on like really good intel. Like really, like she's really nice. So don't hate on that. And
Half of the movie stars and the rock stars and shit are talking shit because they are death afraid of the SJWs.
well, I mean, okay, hey, we've got this awesome laws and shit, and they're shit. They're awful, but you're the poor plebs. So when shit goes south, you get to deal with it. We're gonna go and hide in our fucking wall
Yeah.
communities behind our armed guards. But we're still gonna tell you how to feel because we're better than you because we make more money because we act.
Yes, that's the problem. Yes, that's the problem. Hey, dude, my dog it's about to either eat me or tear apart some meat if I don't take him out. Oh, fuck. Also, that's awful. Oh, God.
Dude, I just looked. We have 4 dislikes. Why?
Because I'm a fucking asshole, I guess. Who cares, man?
No, no, man. Okay, my
No,
thing is
really, who
no,
cares?
no, Eduardo. No, I know I don't care either, but me
Who
coming
cares? Look, there's people that are it's going to like it. There's people that is not going to like it. Like that.
but you have welcomed me on your channel, and when
So,
I feel bad, dude. I have a conscience, man,
but why?
because
Why? Did I get you here because you're a rock star or because you're my friend?
all right, you're right.
Who cares, man?
I know,
There's
but it's
there's
dude,
going
it's
to be
the
people that doesn't like the things we're saying, and that's fine.
no, I try to get people to your channel, dude, because
That's
Eduardo, I say
fine.
about this, you're doing God's work, man.
That's
Trying to
fine.
help people get
There's people
positive.
that's not going to like it. There's people that's not going to like when we talk politics. There's people that's not going to like when we don't talk politics.
When we doing history stream, dude, because I'm getting ready to do a video on my.
Let me see.
We'll do next
Le-
Monday.
Next Monday.
Is
Okay,
next
but
Monday
let's
good?
do
We got
it
a budget. Next
earlier.
Monday, and then if next Tuesday we'll do another, cool
Yeah,
life
but let's
game stream.
Monday. In next Monday, let's do it about 6 o'clock.
That's cool, dude. I'm off on Monday, so we're good.
Very well. From 6 to I don't know
It's
9.
whatever, dude. It's you got to cut it out. It's cool. I don't have a life.
Yeah, I so sorry, but my dog is farting, and oh God, he's about to kill me.
That was
How can
actually
he
me
be
after
so
last.
pretty
It
and
was
smells
funny.
so
That was me
awful?
after last night. And I ate some chili and put some bratwurst and some onions. No joke, dude. It was bad.
Yeah,
I
I
had
know.
I had some guests over. I'm like, look, I'm gonna go ahead and break it all. I like Febreze the house, but I woke up and felt like I was a Jew in a gas chamber.
Well, that's how I feel right now because this. Stop it! Also, wait a minute. Also, no. Also, no.
Eduardo, man, look, man. I'll let you do what you gotta do, but man, I appreciate the hell out of you, brother.
Oh, come on, buddy. It's we're having fun, okay? And there's going to be people that is going to find the stuff we say fun, and they are going to come back, and they are going to like it. And the people that don't like it will not come back.
I to Bill,
That's fine
dude,
too.
I like talking with you. Like I want to, you got a lot of these channels that have like people that talk together. I like when you're sitting there talking about, it's like, yeah, I came to the English shit. It's like, nigga, you fucking talk better English than I do. Oh fuck, I said the N word,
No, I don't. No, I don't.
dude. Nah, man, don't make me say the N word again, because they're gonna call me racist. But I mean, seriously, it's no, dude. Like,
If they call you racist, tell them that you have a Mayan friend,
dude, actually, my two best friends, the Donnies, one is black and one's Filipino, and that's why we
and
call Black Donnie.
I am 25% Maya.
Dude, back when I
Okay,
was in high school, they used to call Donnie my best, the other Donnie, not
stop
black.
backing me.
No, no, Black Donnie. Other Donnie, he's half Filipino, half American, and people called him a burrito because he kind of looked at Mexican. He would be like, and people would say, "Man, fuck you, burrito," and he look at you. And no, you just do not know, man. He's like, he's fucking go some psycho Robocop. He like, I'm not fucking Mexican. Filipino.
Shut up.
It's just amazing, dude. And that's the whole thing is my whole thing is like we have a black Jason in our film group,
Yeah.
and they were trying to say, hey, how can you tell apart? I said, just call me Cracker Jason. I mean, seriously, it's like this is Black Don. This is
Dude,
basically Black Donnie, my buddy's
between friends, we call shit each other all the time.
dude. That's why it's the whole thing is
You
everybody's
know,
used to me doing the whole N word.
I had a friend, and well, I had several gay friends, and there was one that we used to get into a lot of trouble, and we went into the subway, el metro here in Mexico City. And then when we saw someone that was kind of watching him like he was a bug or something, oh, we started to talk like two facts, but really, really overboard. Okay. And here in Mexico, we say jotear. I don't know how would you say it in English. To pretend like you are a gay, but go overboard with it in order to mess with the fuckers. And he will call me a bitch, and I will call him a bitch and shit. Oh, dude, we were talking about. There was this one time we were talking about eating dick
The
until
first really,
someone got
here's
out
the
of
funny,
the.
the first really good gay friend I had, and it was what I'm getting ready. The story I'm getting ready to tell you is why we always used to wonder, but the dude was gay, but it was just like he would say shit that would blow your mind. Bruce, I would be sitting at the bar with him doing shots, and a girl would walk by. And he's like, "Dude, did you see her ass?" And this dude was fucking gay as a $3 bill issued by Bill Clinton. I'm not joking, man. But it's a, and the thing is, like, I had a trans friend of mine,
Well,
Chris.
but look, women can see other women and say that's a beautiful woman.
Dude,
And
Bruce
then
had better taste in women than any guy I knew. No joke. Like, that's one of the things that me and Bruce always joke about. It's like, dude, that's one of the things I appreciate about you. You're gay, but you have like amazing taste in women because I like that. Because, man, I'm not kidding, man. He helped me get pussy a couple times. And you know what? It was
best wingman ever.
no, now, okay, now granted, these were like fucking prima donna bitches, so God, this is gonna sound bad, but the sex wasn't that good, but it was okay, it was like trying to stick your dick in the Mona Lisa.
Oh fuck.
I mean, hot women would. Dude, I've been in this. Okay, before I start working where I'm working for Sears now. I move appliances. I'm a head in the warehouse.
Yeah.
But before that, I was a strip club DJ, and at that before that, I did various jobs, but I was also like a DJ assistant. Like I started DJing because the guy who taught me was going through heroin withdrawals, and it, you know, that's my dude. Like, and it's funny is I started DJing gothic and industrial, and the fucking little vampire kids hated me because I didn't dress like them.
I but I don't get it. They want to be accepted, and then they reject you because you're not like them.
Well, it's like, okay, we don't like you because no, it's like we're so different and we don't look like everybody else, but we all look the same. Like one of the head, like there's this guy.
That's something I never got.
Well,
Yes.
no, there's a guy. Seriously, they called. He was in the news. There's something weird that happened with like some sort of gothic, some vampire murder or something.
Yeah.
So they interviewed our little culture, and they put no shit. They put him his real name was Furlan, but he called himself Jonathan. And
Yes.
he was like this 40 at the time. I'm like 20, 22, and he's like a 45-year-old guy wearing fucking fangs. And bro, he's good, dude. I love Furlan. Like he liked to be called Furlan. I will always call him Furlan, man. He was a good guy. And what he this night, it was beautiful what he said to me. So we're talking. He's like, "Yeah, man, I know you like the music, and you know everybody hates you." He's like, but I appreciate you for being you, and I'm not joking. So one of these little fucking goth fucks walks by him, and he grabs him by the shirt. He's like, unlike this guy, you see this guy right here? He's just trying to fit in. He's not trying to be him. He's just trying to be popular. So that's why I appreciate you, Jason, because you're not trying to be this guy. You're trying to be you. And then he threw him away, and it was one of the funniest fucking things I've ever seen.
Yes. Yes.
And
Don't
it made me
follow
feel good at
trends.
the same time because this is somebody who was in the news, said to be, head of the vampire cults in Nashville, but still being like, hey, dude, I know you're just being you. That's why we all got along. We're all, basically at that time, even then, we were being invaded by these fucking new school kids, and we were all fucking old school bastards.
Yes.
I mean, Jonathan really was maybe legitimately like maybe 5 or 6 years older than me. So probably put him like close to maybe his like the 30s, where I was like 22, 23. Like I said, man,
Wait. Wait. Give me. Sorry.
no, you're all right, man. I
I thought I heard someone at the door.
Jesus Christ, dude.
No. 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 No problem. This is a building.
And I still, man, that's the freakiest place at my door. I'm like, my cat's like running to the back room, and I'm
No, because I'm waiting for my son to come back because he went to see some premiere of something with a lesbian friend of his.
see
He
everybody.
went to see some premiere of some shit
But I mean,
with a lesbian friend of his.
the fuck that you have to worry about something like that.
I have to worry for him to get home.
But that's the thing is, and hey, your current views, you'd be a Nazi. You and I both know this. Hey, what's up?
Why?
What's up, fellow Nazi? Hey, hey.
Why am I Nazi? Because I don't mind gays and lesbians. Yes, I'm a fucking
I'm
Nazi.
being an asshole. I don't. My thing is, I don't care where you put your fucking genitals, man.
Neither do I.
Can
I
you
don't
be
give a
like a
damn.
cool person and like do fun shit? That's cool. Let's
With
go.
one exception. With one exception. It has to be among adults, consenting adults.
Dude, have you seen that James? Have you seen those new pictures of James Gunn at that?
Ah, come on, come on, come on.
No, I'm done. My dad. I talked to my dad about James Gunn, and there was. If you watch my video, I read that response from when he said, I'm a different person now. When I saw those pictures, nah, dude, that shit went out the fucking window, man. That's just no. I'm not gonna. I read that the day before I was hanging out. You saw it was hanging
One
out.
of these days, we're going to talk about that because I have some views that you may
Hey,
or may not
I'm
like.
no. Hey. Something I want to try to do, and I would like you to be on this. I'll send you it. I'll DM you the article. There's this girl named Naomi Wu, and she's this girl and work. It lives in
That's
this.
something we need to talk about too. Yes.
Now I want to try her. I want to try. I want to read the article. I've been trying to do a video on it, but the last time I did was 40 minutes. And when I got to that, I'm like, no, I don't want to do a live stream. But the thing is, I want to try to get her in on the live stream because, dude, she got okay. Sarah Jiang, that fucking bitch from the New York Times that hates white people, little
Yeah,
Asian.
the racist bitch.
So she doesn't like. I guess she doesn't like Asian women also. And I hate to say this, the reason is probably because Naomi Wu's fucking smoking hot. I'm
Probably.
sorry.
Yes.
I like Asian women, and she's got really big boobs, and that's not me being a dick. She's called it out.
I don't like white women.
No, she did.
Seriously. Seriously. Of all my girlfriends, only one was white. The rest were brown or black. I had
Dude,
this
I
black
don't
chick.
blame it. No, I'm
I
sorry.
had this black chick in high school. She had green eyes. You don't know how beautiful she was.
Dude, my little brother dated dude, she did this fucking black girl. She was amazing, man. She was. But honestly, my little brother's best was she dated this girl, Sasha. She was from Iran. She was Farsi. And
Oh
dude,
yes.
Sasha was the fucking shit. She was like one of the coolest. Like it was so weird. She was so girly, but I would swear she had a cock. Because at the same time, she was so like me. Out of she went with my little brother. It was nothing against my brother. I love my brother, but me and Sasha got along. It's sometimes I think we got along better than me and her little brother, my little brother did. Not trying to be weird, but it was just because it was the whole, I'm fucking weird. And it was just like, she'd always be like, yeah, you're Islamic. No, I'm Persian. That's what they call us. I'm a fucking Persian. I speak Farsi. Fuck you.
Yeah,
It's perspective, man. That's what people don't
yeah.
understand.
And not all Persians or Arabs are Muslims.
Dude, I know a lot of good Muslims. Like I've been studying, what got me into history, when we were talking about history was the Ark of the Covenant. The Ethiopians claim to have it, and I think they do. And one of the things that's kind of got me into like the Ethiopian culture was, and I've talked to a lot of Ethiopian Muslims, and they're cool people. Okay, as long as you don't want to blow me up and you want to come to America and be an
The
American,
problem isn't Muslims. The problem is Islamists. It's not
yes,
the same thing.
dude, you'll appreciate this, man. I've been talking this. I guess he's an atheist, but he's a former Islamist communist, and I like this guy. I'm not going to hate on him. I'm not. So if he sees this stream, I just don't want him to think I'm an asshole. I like this guy, but I don't want to call him out either. But he's a good dude. But we were talking about that guy who was running in Michigan. I can't think of his name off the top of my head.
I don't know.
But he was one of Alexandria or else
Oh, I know which one. Yes.
Yeah,
Want to see
because we
Sarah?
know because that bitch is crazy, dude.
Yes,
Yes, she's
yes.
crazy.
Sarah Palin.
Yeah,
Crazy.
now, dude, yes, and people don't realize I pointed it out. All right. For there's you got not only Sarah Palin. I'm sorry, Michelle Bachman.
Oh fuck yes,
I used to get high and watch stupid shit that Michelle Bachman said on YouTube.
yes, yes.
And Republicans, a lot of my Trump supporter friends are like, yeah, Michelle Bachman's awesome. Like, no, you're retarded. What? Really? No, dude. Let me send you this video real quick.
Yeah.
No, man. The stupidity rolls around. And the tragic thing is, I would so do fucking Alexandria, whatever the fuck her name is. I think she's hot.
Ocasio Cortez.
Yeah, I think she's hot. And I,
Never
I,
stick.
I admire her
No, but
passion.
dude. Just by watching her eyes, never stick your dick on in crazy. Okay.
That's what I said. I made that meme.
Never stick your dick in
I
crazy,
know. I
dude.
made that meme, and that was my dad told me. And that
Yeah.
was, I'm not kidding, man. I made that meme. That was me. The DNC should have learned from what my dad said. Never stick your dick in crazy. And I chose a really crazy picture of her. But
Yeah.
still, I, she's a sacrificial lamb. And the Democrats have lost their fucking way, man. And she's a victim of it. I agree with what you say, but I believe what she did a long time ago. And the problem is, I'm a person who's like, okay, if you give me a better argument, I'll listen to it. That's cool.
Yes.
I'm all about it. And the sad thing is, most of the Republicans who had more conservative views, they owned me in those arguments. Like, there's one guy I talked to.
Because communism doesn't work.
Exactly.
Socialism doesn't work. Capitalism with some social programs on top can work.
Well, my thing is, it's okay. Why capitalism works, and my little brother is so far away from how I view. But
Because humans are selfish pricks
exactly, and capitalism harnesses that selfishness,
for the good
selfishness.
of all.
Yes,
Yes.
Eduardo. I wonder why we get along so well.
I don't know.
What the fuck, man? I mean, dude, really? I mean, that's the truth. It goes
Yes,
back to
the
it, man.
truth.
And
Look, uh, I'm more to the libertarian side, okay? But libertarians are also utopians. So I'm not an ANCAP. I'm a minarchist. I believe that we need a certain amount of government to do certain things, and that we need to be very, 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 very on top of it because we don't need the
well,
government to grow.
no, we that's the whole thing is we let shit go. It as
Yes.
people, we should be able to sit down and talk about things.
Yes.
Dude,
Yes, we
I
should.
was telling you about my communist buddy earlier. We're gonna do a live stream soon.
Yes, we
I
should.
mean, I can't like you, I like this guy. He's not a dickhead. I always make fun of some of the stuff he retweets because it's word salad. But I like this guy because he doesn't speak word salad. Like when he tweets, I'm like, okay, I can understand that. I see, because that guy in Michigan, I tweet, he was talking about him, and I tweeted him was like, he's a Clintonite, and I hate Clintons, man. I stand by. No, fuck, I do. I hate Clinton and I hate Reagan. No joke. I hate both of them. The 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 holy ghosts, the gods of Republican and Democrat. Yeah, I think they can both lick
Yeah,
balls.
yeah,
I mean,
they should. Okay,
yeah.
man, I really, really have to go because
No,
my
no,
poor
do your
dog
thing, man.
needs to go to walk.
Hold on. Anybody that was listening, we appreciate y'all. I'm Jay Scott Robertson, your crazy
That's
uncle.
twice, and you should go to your crazy uncle channel on YouTube and subscribe because he's a good man.
No, Eduardo is the best motherfucker on YouTube.
No,
No.
that's not true. That's
Oh,
not true.
Negro,
No. I'm an
please.
asshole. I'm an
No,
asshole.
no, no, no,
That's
no, dude.
the
No,
that's
no.
the truth. I'm an asshole. Yeah.
Kitty, Kitty. Oh, no, she's asleep, so she's not gonna. Fuck, but no, dude. A-
Yeah. No, yes.
Anybody, y'all stuck with us. Thank you. Go do your thing, Eduardo. I mean, seriously,
Thank
man.
you very
Thank you.
much. See you soon. And remember, don't go gentle into the good night. Rage. Rage against the machine. See you soon.
Keep it weird.
Yeah.
Later, y'all. Thank you.
See
Hey,
you.
Eduardo, thank you too. Thank you.
Thank you for dropping by, man. Goodbye.
Bye.